Hi. Did you miss me? Thank you. Welcome back, all my witchy boos and bobos, all my spookums out there. Now, I'm having a little technical difficulties, and my official YouTube is going to be dropping July 25th instead of August 25th. So until then, I thought we'd do some yoga together, and I introduce you to Yogiana. So this side of me is where we're gonna do some yoga, we're gonna do some stretching, gentle flow. We're gonna probably do the Radiant Warrior 200 series, and just a bunch of different like gentle, easy poses, and nothing too strenuous. So the only thing you're gonna need is yoga mat, a block, a soft cushion, something to sit on. And if you don't have a soft cushion, that's totally fine. You can just fold the corners of your yoga mat. And so let me scoot my camera back a little bit so you can see. Hopefully I won't need to readjust. I'm not gonna edit this part out. There we go. And so you can just fold it once over if you need some extra cushioning. So let's begin in a seated position. I'm gonna use my blanket here. Give me some extra cushion. Got a little extra back there. So in this position, we're in our seated position, our legs are crossed, crisscross applesauce. Making sure you're able to see me clearly. Welcome, your host Yogiana here. As we're in our seated position, whether your legs are crossed or if you want to have your legs out in front of you, I want you to do whatever is best for you in your body. And I want you to listen to your body. I don't want you to listen to anything I say. I don't want you to worry about how the pose looks. Let's just worry about how it feels. Does it feel good to your body? If it feels good, that's good. Let's also be gentle with ourselves, not to overdo it. We don't want to strain ourselves. So as we're in our seated position, taking our tongues, closing our mouth, getting comfortable on or off the blanket. Let's start with some gentle neck twisting, rolling, not twisting. We're gently rolling our necks from one side. I'm starting with the right side. And we're just doing some gentle twisting. Keep saying twisting, excuse me. Gentle neck rolls. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go to the left, making sure my posture, I'm sitting up. Making sure that we are breathing in, being mindful of our breath. Breathing in through our nose, exhaling out through our mouth. I know sometimes with me, I also do Pilates, I tend to forget to breathe. Sometimes I find myself holding my breath. And I think in life, a lot of us Black women, we do that. We hold on to our stress, we hold on to a lot of things instead of just letting it go. So a few more neck rolls. Starting with the right side again. Be mindful of any cracks or anything you may hear that may sound a little ooky. It's just like, I don't like that. going to the left side. Let's do this about 3 more times, taking our time. Being mindful of our breath. Breathing in, 1 more. It's taking our head, gently turning it to the left side. Taking my right hand, gently pressing it on my head. Not to pull or strain my neck, just a soft turn, nothing strenuous. Putting that down, taking my left hand, going to the right side. Bringing it down. Now, I want you to pretend like you are a really big spoon. And we got some cake batter. And it's time for us to stir up the cake batter. So, what I want us to do, right side, and gently going in a circular motion. Just have some really thick cake batter, and I need to stir it up. On one side, taking our time. Surrey grind. I'm going to come to center, I'm going to pause, I'm going to redirect to the left side. Gets active in my neighborhood, so excuse that. Being mindful of the breath, inhaling through our nose, exhaling it all out. Do it again. Stirring up some thick batter. Flowing through it, there's no rush. Not for me, at least. Sometimes when I do my twists, my turns, I freestyle a little bit. So if you want to freestyle, move your arms, move your head around, be mindful of any snap, crackle, or popping sounds. And just really getting into it, just loosening up my backs. Placing our left hand down to the surface, taking our right hand, reaching it over. Now what we want to be mindful is, it's more of a stretch. It's not like we're not doing that. We're doing stretching this limb, stretching our fingertips to the ceiling. Bringing our right arm down to the surface, gently reaching our left up. I'll get up in a moment to close that window. I'm mindful that we're not doing a reach all the way over. It's a stretch. Finger tips pointed. Bringing our left arm down to surface. Gently swaying. We're going to gently turn to the left. Taking our right hand, placing it on our knee. And let's just go for a seated twist. Looking back towards the room, our eye gaze is behind feeling that stretch, feeling that twist. And when you're ready, when you're comfortable, I'm gonna go to the right side, taking my left hand, placing it on the knee, gently turning, breathing out. My gaze is to the back of the room. My hand is behind me. That stretch feels really good to me. Coming back to center. Let's gently get into a pose. Bringing our knees to the ground, to the center. This is also known as our resting pose, i.e. our child pose. So I'm gonna take my blanket here. I'm gonna close that window. Taking my blanket. The blanket provides me an extra level of cushion. You can do this pose with or without the blanket. The child's pose is a resting pose. So throughout the session, if you feel like you need to take a break, that's completely fine. Breaks are encouraged. Just know that you can always do the child's pose. Since it is a resting pose, taking your knees, spreading them wide apart, bringing our toes flat to the ground. Our knees are separated. I'm not gonna use the child's pose. I'm not gonna use the blanket since I'm feeling pretty comfortable in this position. So my knees are spread out. It's kind of like almost like in a frog in a way. My knees are spread out. My arms, both arms are in front of me. I'm gonna reach long, all the way down. Making sure our bottoms aren't in the air, rested on the ground. Or should I say, our belly buttons is at our center, our mouth is closed, we're breathing in through our nose, being mindful to breathe out through our mouth. Staying here for a few breath cycles. Or staying here as long as you'd like or need to is fine either way. Spreading my knees. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, gently sliding our hands back, bringing them back to our shoulders, gently lifting ourselves up, taking our knees, placing them under us. If you don't have your blanket, like I said earlier, you can just fold your yoga mat over. This is going to provide me an extra comfort for my knees. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows. So, right about here in our tabletop position, just like this. Perfect. still see me. Further here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Lifting our shoulders up like we're an angry cat demanding food. And then releasing it. Can't see me, but I get in this position. Keeping our toes flat on the surface. Or pointed toes, whatever feels comfortable. And with my cat cows, I freestyle that as well. Sometimes I'll do some head movements. Anything to loosen up my body. Now while I'm in this cat-cow position, can you see my hand? Hi guys. Taking my left hand, reaching it all the way, my right hand, my apologies. Taking my right hand all the way up, fingertips pointed to the sky, to the ceiling. I want to either have my toes flat or pointed. I'm going to have them flat to the surface. Up, 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 up. Reaching under, and over. Side bend. Let me take my left hand back. Level solid. What I do to one side, I'll do to the other. Up, 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 low, open, open wide, your fingertips. Straight, straight, straight to the ceiling, to the sky. Being mindful of our breath. That feels so good. When you're ready, taking our left hand, sliding it under your right, now open pocket. Turning to the left, to the right. Taking our right hand back. I want you to do whatever feels comfortable to you. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths. If you like to stay here, that's good. I want you to do what feels good. Opening up my collarbone, open up my collarbone. Wish you could stay here. But I got some other yummy poses that can open us up as well. So just gently bring your left arm out of this pose. Bringing it back down. While I'm in the tabletop position, also known as cat-cow, probably give about, let's do 2-3 more cat-cows before we get in our next transition. So I'm a cat, demanding my cat food, which I love kitties, by the way. I'll calm down. Breathing in through my nose. In. Out through my mouth. One more time. Taking our back, lifting it up towards the ceiling, breathing in, letting it go. Oh yes. Till I get the editing down, you're gonna be hearing sirens in my videos. Just know I'm safe inside, no worries. So while we're in our cat-cow, let's just gently get into our next pose. Staying in tabletop position. Taking our knees, our legs. Let's go ahead and rise up. Hovering a little bit over our mat. Straightening out our legs, bending like origami, piece of paper. Straightening out our legs. Go ahead and move the blanket. My hands are flat. My toes can be down, but they can be pointed. I'm gonna pedal out, push out my feet. This is called downward dog. And this position usually feels really, really good to me. I don't know about you, but downward dog feels great to me. Sometimes I like to stay in downward dog for a minute. A few breath cycles. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth, breathing in. Exhaling out. Letting it all go, releasing it, letting it all go. Don't hang on to anything. Whatever happened, happened. You want to get loose with your downward dog. It doesn't have to be stiff. None of the movements in yoga are stiff or restricted. Propelling out your feet. Bring my hands a little bit closer. I'm gonna walk my feet to my hands. If I want to get really crazy, go real nuts, I can just come out of that downward dog because I felt like it. And if you don't feel like coming out of your downward dog just yet, that's completely fine. Because the great thing about yoga, you get out of a pose, get right back in my downward dog. Oh, stretching, reaching my back, my buttocks, my bottom to the wall, my stomach, pulling it all back, belly button, pulling it all the way back to center. Breathing in. My feet are flat, so I'm really giving my legs a good stretch. If I want to go in a plank, holding it here, back to downward dog, back to plank, downward dog, plank. Now taking my left leg, reaching it all the way back, lifting it high to the sky, turning it over, bringing it to the left. Taking my left leg, reaching it back, pulling it back, going to one side, walking my feet to hand, down in a standing forward. Gonna shake out my head, yes. No. Bring my feet closer together. Breathing in. In. And So, hi. Let's get even crazier. So, taking my right hand, I'm going to bend it. Excuse me, I'm going to place it on the mat. I'm going to bend my knee, my right knee. I'm going to straighten out my left leg. So I'm bending my right knee and my left leg is straight. I'm going to open up my collarbone, taking my left hand, reaching it up towards the ceiling, all the while keeping my left leg straight, breathing. Now, if I hold the pose too long, please be free of me. Get out of it, or if you want to, bring this down. Switch sides. Now we're bending our left leg, straightening out our right leg. Fingertips are pointed straight to the ceiling. Opening up that collarbone. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, coming back to center. Getting our last little shakes out. Gently taking our hands, going about raising them up our leg, thigh, till hello. Can you see me? Get that out the way. Okay, coming up, standing. Our pose of stillness. Standing here for a few breath cycles. Breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Pose of stillness. Making sure my camera's on. Can't say pose of stillness while I keep moving, so try this again. Want to make sure you have clear view of me. Pose of stillness. Bring our hands to our sides. Let's take our left hand up. Bring it back down, right. Loosening it up. Standing twist, gently swaying our body, our trunk from side to side. We're not doing any of that. That's not what we're doing. We want to be mindful, gentle. Coming back to stillness, bringing our hands to center. Being mindful of what we're grateful for. Thank you so much for joining us. That was just joining me. That's just some gentle moving and stretching. As you continue to get to know me, Yogiana AKA Witchania, I want you to know that in life, we all have options and choices. I know it may not look like it at times, but there's an old motto. You have to walk by faith and not by sight. And lately, that's what I've been doing. I've been walking by faith and not by sight. And sometimes that's just what we have to do in life. We got to do it by faith, the universe, and not by what we see. I know what it looks like, but trust me, it's all going to work out in the end. Now, I'm going to be launching my channel on July 25th, 2026, where I get into all things paranormal, spooky, true crime, all things of that nature. And while I'm working on that, I'm gonna still introduce you to myself and what I like to do in the meantime when I'm not doing true crime or anything of that nature. So that's my first yoga video. Look out for more yoga content loading soon. Yoga is AKA Yogiana by Witchania. And that was my first yoga video. There's gonna be plenty more, no worries. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna go take a shower. No worries, I don't sweat after I shower, so I'm gonna give the shower and be nice and fresh. Boy, whew, that was a workout. But thank you so much. I love you, witchy boos and bobos. I'll be back really soon. Thank you.